I feel like it's okay to do a little stream before. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's okay to just talk about the fight. Will Drickus win? Will Drickus lose? Will Hamza win? Will Hamza lose? You know, over the course of this journey, I feel like the South African people, although say they hate my guts, deep down they low-key like me. The South Africans, the Pretoria Demons, the Cape Town shooters, the whatever. What's up, boys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Abu, sorry. What's up, Burkan? How you doing? We did it. We made it fight day. L man. Dog, this is the pre-fight stuff. It's fight day. It's fight day. Fights are gonna go down in what? T minus how many hours? It's almost 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even talk about my hair, you Swedish pussy. Holy shit. Your greatest export is fucking Swedish fish and IKEA, bruh. Your greatest export is fucking beautiful women. You know why the beautiful women? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna go into it. Good morning. Good morning, man. Gotta pull up an all-nighter. This shit sucks. Damn. What time's the card for you guys? Because for me, it's almost 12 in the afternoon. And the UFC card starts at 6 o'clock, I think. Who do you think is going to win? I think Chimaev's going to win. I think Aaron Pico's going to win. Carlos Prates, Michael Venom Page, Kaya Sakura, Bagsar Sujolayev, or whatever his name is, Michael Ozachuk, Lupe Godinez, Chase Hooper, Jakar Close, Karine Silva, and Alibi Idris. Those are my picks. I don't think I locked in my picks though. I think I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna lock in my picks. Canada's biggest import is Arabs. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, but fucking Sweden is a bunch of bro. Isn't Sweden controlled by actual libs? Like the fuck? All favorites? Yeah. Oh, dude, you're picking all favorites? You're a dumb fuck. You're a dumb fuck. They're a reason there's a favorite, buddy. All right, so I'm going to Libby Idris. TKO round 1. Karine Silva, decision, classic. Jakar Close, decision. Chase Hooper, this is close, but obviously. What's your main event prediction? I'll get to it. Favorites, what make money, mate. Yeah. Luke Godinez, decision. I guess Hooper submission. Maybe TKO? No. Might go for a decision. I think decision. Michael Zachek, TKO round 2. Baghdad TKO round 1. Kai Sakura, decision, but this could also go Tim Elliott. Michael Venom Page, decision. Carlos Prates, TKO round 2. Aaron Pico, decision. Hamza Chimaev, decision. You're African, you want Chimaev to win? Yeah, there's another well, I guess African and South African are very different. He couldn't choke out Usman. Yeah. Usman's way harder than Dricus, I feel. The only thing I'm concerned for is Hamza Chimaev. Something seems off. Does something not seem off, guys, with Chimaev? Does something seem off with Chimaev? I don't know. I don't know. Something seems off. I would never pick against him. I would never change my pick. I would never doubt him in a million years. But cold feet. Yeah, you're banned. Yo, someone ban this guy. I would never switch up. Not a day in my life on Papi Chimaev, bruh. I would never switch up in a day in my life. But tell me something doesn't feel off. Tell me something feels off. Something feels off. Fuck, did I save my picks? Fuck, I didn't save my picks. God damn it, man. I have to go back. What about Hamza? Wait. Yeah, something seems off, bro. Something does seem off. Sorry. If DDP wins, you'll become a uwu femboy. Yeah. Okay. We do not want that. DDP looks huge. He looks like DDP, man. He looks like DDP at the end of the day. This guy's goony nerd. This guy looks like a goony nerd. Alright, you wish I was a fucking goony nerd. Alright, buddy? DDP ain't winning. Bro's no facial hair. Who? DDP has no facial hair? That's why he's not winning? Okay. He used to have facial hair. He used to look pretty good with facial hair. No, did he? Would you put Hamzat's gooch and balls in your mouth, boy? Guys, Hamzat being underweight means he wasn't drained during this cut. I think his cardio problem has been fixed. He's a grappler. He doesn't need to be heavier to do what he wants. Yeah, I think it's interesting. DDP getting ragdolled. I don't know. I don't know. It's very interesting what this fight presents. It's very interesting to think about what's going on. DDP looks like DDP. Thank you, bro. Him and Hamzat look the same every fight. Yeah, they look the same pretty much. I'm telling you, bro, DDP won't be able to land on Hamzat. Yeah, it's an interesting fight, man, because DDP, although he is a champion, although he's beaten Adesanya, although he's beaten Strickland, I still feel like we don't know how good or bad he is. Am I wrong? Like, when we look at Islam, we know Islam's good. When you look at Volk, we know Volk is good. When we look at Ilia Topuria, we don't know. We don't know how good Ilia Topuria is, I feel. And I think same with DDP. I don't think we know how good or bad DDP is. We kind of just in like this waiting. He gotta presume, DDP will lose this fight. Yeah. All DDP has is blitz. Only with it, he can only throw kicks. I mean, at the end of the day, anything can happen. DDP can fluke a win. He can't. It might be a small chance, but DDP can fluke a win for sure. He can't catch anybody. Let's not forget, these are 4-ounce gloves, guys. These are 4-ounce freaking gloves. Okay? These aren't no boxing. This isn't boxing. This is 4-ounce freaking gloves, man. For real. You think Chimaev win by sub? It's good prediction. Look how similar Sean and Hamzat defense is and using the shield to block, and Sean was DDP's hardest fights. Okay. Dag, this is the healthiest we've seen Hamzat on the scales besides when he missed weight by 8 pounds. I don't know. It's interesting for sure. Hamzat will knock him out in the first round. Yeah, I mean, today's the day where, this whole build-up, the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, past a month, since the fight was announced, it's been about pure confidence. This guy will win. This guy will destroy. This is what's going to happen. I know it for sure. But now that the fight is here, just in 8 hours or whatever it is, 12 hours or whatever it is, right? Now that the fight day's here, fight's in 12 hours, now we can be like, you know what? It's time to just sit back and enjoy. I'm tired. I've gone through every prediction. I've argued with every DDP fan. I've thought about every scenario possible in this fight. Now is the day where we sit back and just enjoy. We sit back. It's not about predictions. It's not about telling people you know this, you know that. It's about sitting back, watching the fights, being present in the moment. We got to be present in the moment, guys. Be present in the moment. Watch the fights and enjoy the fights for what they were. DDP's awkward styles was going to get to lose. He overextends, exposes his torso every time he throws. Hamzat will time this. If DDP can get back there, he will have to keep his stuff in takedowns. Yeah, I think DDP's got a very open style, right? You got a very st- risk risk not adverse but risk he's very risky with what he throws. But sometimes those risks can pay off. So, it's a give and take. It's a give and take style, right? You look at Uncle Live, he's very risk adverse. So he's not going to KO guys. DDP's the opposite. He goes towards the risk, but although he might get chin, he might get taken down, he might get submitted, he's very he has very good likelihood of doing the same to his opponents. Hamzat's a lower volume, hyper accurate, stock you down type of striker. You have a feeling he'll go to decision? I don't know, man. 50-50. I'm telling you, DDP's getting mauled. DDP time is gone. I think DDP much more slow than Hamzat. That's what people say. DDP's slow until he isn't. So, I don't know. DDP fans aren't taking the threat of the takedown into consideration. Gilbert had so much success because he was confident he could defend off the submissions. Yeah, true. Hamzat's going to crack DDP during his dirty man blitz. Yeah, maybe. Kamaru is better pocket boxing than Hamza, but he couldn't effectively implement a strike into the takedown threat. No. Bro, Kamaru does not have better pocket striking than Hamza, bro. He's Kamaru's a very at range point you style fighter, I feel. Like when you look at the Colby fight, Colby took it to the pocket. You know? Hamza's gonna smash PP. Who the fuck? Is Aaron Pico a very good wrestler? Yeah, he's good. He knows how to mix it up well. And that's what I'm banking on. I think Aaron Pico wins by decision. Kamaru, Dag, Hamza is better Muay Thai for sure, but Kamaru changes combinations better overall, Yeah, I don't know. Bro, DTP, bro. Bro, DDP is very limited offense, but DDP is great because of judo background of trips and throws, but he is able to utilize it against Rob, Izzy, and Sean, Till, Brunson, but Boggs, clean and grappling. Yeah. The way Hamza was laughing at the press conference because he knew he is already the champ. This is interesting energy. This is very interesting energy from Hamza. But I think it's just pure excitement from Hamza where it's like, oh, finally I get a fight. Because Hamza seems like the type of guy that just be like, he likes to fight straight up. He just wants to fight. Like, that's what he loves to do, is just freaking fight. And he hasn't been able to in quite a while. Got 2 ribeyes, bottle of whiskey, making bacon wrapped asparagus. Today is the fucking day. Yeah. Dag, why do you have only 20 followers on Insta? Because that's my work Instagram, bro. My personal Instagram got like 2 mil. No, I'm kidding. DDP wasn't trash talking before. Something is different. I don't know. DDP, motherfucker. Tomorrow night, Hamza mash DDP face. Yeah. R.I.P. DDP. Beep boop boop boop. Deg looks like some 9th grade kid getting bullied, bro. Some dude yesterday told me I look like I'm 16. Hamza's by suicide bombing. I could see it. Allah Akbar! Grabs onto Drickus and then just explodes. What's your IG, Bref? DDP one-way trip to baby oil factory. If Hamza wins, he's going to be the face of the UFC. 100%. He is the natural star. Ilya is a manufactured star. Islam, manufactured star. Adesanya, he was a natural star. Charles, not even a star. Chimaev's, I think, the first real natural star since Adesanya. But Chimaev has the skills to back it. Ilya Loki overrated, if we're being real. I don't know. I think so for sure. I think overrated. Ilya is definitely overrated. I mean, let's be honest. The way people talk about Ilya, they act like this guy's like the second coming of fucking Jesus, man. Yeah, I don't get hyped for Ilya's fight as much as Hamzat's. Yeah. Nobody's like this is the thing though. This is the thing. Ilya never had that opponent. Ilya never had an opponent to match his level. When he fought Volk, Volk was coming off a KO loss. When he fought Max, Max wasn't the guy. Max already lost 3 times to Volkanovski. Max, cutting down to 145. And then against Charles Oliveira has been knocked out. He's been dropped. He's been submitted. So Ilya's never had his chance to fight a guy who's like a star, Like if Ilya were to fight John Silva, I think that would be a matchup where I'm like, okay, interesting. If Ilya were to fight Arman, I don't even think he's that guy. I don't even think Patty's that guy. Ilya and Islam, that would be a matchup where I'm like, okay, this is a real matchup. Hamza with arm on ground and pound is scary. Ilya records overrated. You can't make an excuse for Max, but the other ones are okay. I mean, you can make an excuse for Max. I mean, this guy wasn't the guy at the time. He already lost 3 times to Volkanovski. He was cutting down to 145 after bulking up to 155, right? So I don't know. I think in a rematch at 155, Max beats Ilya, for sure. Ilya doesn't want to fight Arman because he's strong as hell in the grappling. Yeah, I think Ilya knows that's it's not the greatest risk to reward ratio. Arman's the guy. Come on, he will expose Ilya's ground game. Again, I don't know. I don't know if you can say he can expose his ground game. I don't know what you would base that on. You know what I mean? Like, what is he going to do to Ilya? Is he going to hold him down? Is he going to submit him? Is he going to control him? Is he going to beat him up, TKO him? How would he expose Ilya's ground game? Because I don't think he submits Ilya. He could TKO him, but he'll have to endure the first couple of rounds from Ilya, which is not easy. Dag, notice that Hamza only gets tagged with boxing combos. DDP doesn't have boxing combos except for a blitz. All right, bro. I'm telling you right now, we're done. We're done with the predictions. Prediction time is over. We're done with prediction time. We're now enjoying the fight week. I guarantee you that Khamzat energy was heavily influenced by Basovar Satiev, who unfortunately passed away. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be honest, Hamzat's record isn't that impressive also. Oh my god, what the fuck is this, bro? Hamzat record isn't impressive. That's pretty good. Kamaru, I think it's on par with Drix's resume for sure. Kamaru, great, distinguished former champion. Sean Strickland, you barely can call a champion or a former champion. Like, this guy has 0 title defenses, was blessed with the title shot against a champion who wasn't all there. I think the Burns win is better than the Cannonier win. I mean, better than the Brunson and Till win. He has the Whitaker win, then the Burns win, which I think is better than the Whitaker, the Usman win is better than the Strickland win. Ilya doesn't want to fight guys who can mix the martial arts. He wants to fight guys who want to stand and bang so he can KO them. I don't know. I don't know what Ilya is thinking, bro. I think it's hard to tell what someone else is thinking. It's very hard to tell, especially with Ilya. Like, this guy barely speaks. I think Ilya knows that he just has a hard fight in front of him, so he's campaigning for an easier fight. or at least trying to see some more from somebody to be like, okay, this is what I can do. If Amon loses, he will expose hold other fighters can take advantage of. Like who? Who was there at 155 to take advantage of the holes? I think Max Holloway presents issues for Ilya, for sure. Your hairline is cooked? Is it? I don't think so. I have a little bit of like a something right here. When is a fight? EU time? Ooh. EU time? The main event or the entire card? The card starts at 11:30 p.m. UK. I don't know. EU time is not a thing, motherfucker. I know UK time. I don't know what EU time is. Let me guess. You're from Oregon? No. His record doesn't need to be as impressive. Yeah. What the fuck is EU time? I don't know. Drake is by TKO third round. My brew. Drake will get sent back to Pretoria without the belt. I hate to be that guy, but Drake is going to get sent back without the belt, brew. You kiss your mom with that mouth? Burns was number 2, fought for the title. That's levels more impressive than Till and Brenson. 100%. 100. Daniel, what's your main event prediction? Chimaev decision. What's up, Hackle? When the fight starts, so the 6.5 hours to the fight start, and then the main event is 12 hours from now. 12 hours from now. Fix your PS4, please. Now. Where's the beard? It's going on when I'm just doing a little bit of like an early kind of like, let's talk about the fights before we get into the rest of the day type of stream, you know? You think you will come if DDP submits Chimaev? Looks like you're not busting a nut. We're gonna raid Dags. Okay, bro. Count to 300, bro. Hamzat Islam is better than Ilya Islam? Yeah, for sure. Because Ilya's, yes. Because Hamzat and Islam are both bigger stars than Ilya. But Ilya versus Islam is more competitive than Chimaev versus Islam. Chimaev and Islam is not competitive at all. At all, bro. It's so easy. I feel like you're super happy you might end it all if Hamza loses. Yeah. It's 50-50 fight. I don't care who wins. I just want a solid card. Yeah, I just want a solid card as well. At this point, I'm tired of talking about predictions, bro. It's just like, let's just enjoy the freaking fight. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just enjoy the fight, guys. Let's just see what's up. Let's see how. Dag, I know I'm good looking, but I can't pull girls. I'm an introvert. Any advice? I'm 17. If you're good looking and can't pull girls, that's just not true. One of those has to be false. So it's not for me to decide, bro. Probably lacking confidence. I don't know. Do something that will give you confidence. Work harder, make money, go to the gym, quit being a fat ass, bro. And actually, my biggest word of advice, stop asking random dudes on the internet for fucking girl advice, bro. That's not gonna help you, bro. When does a fight start? 6.5 hours until the card, and then 12 hours till the main event. You trying to throw hands? I'm down. Bro, I've been training, bro. I've been training. Start dating fanboys. Yeah, that's another good piece of advice. You're welcome. Hamza Chimaev FDDP? Yeah, probably. Now you've been training, I'm cooked? Bro, I've been training, bro. You need more confidence? Okay. There you go. Get some confidence, buddy. Bro, unbanned jellyfish, he funny. Yeah, I could imagine you are jellyfish. Looks is not a problem. Okay, sure. Well, you would be confident if you were really good looking. Like, you would know if you're good looking. Like, if you're good looking, girls would be hitting you up. You know that, right? Unless girls are hitting you up, don't say you're good looking, bro. Because that is a real thing. Like, girls used to hit me up like bear. When I was in my prime, bro, shawty's used to hit me up like day in, day out. Girls hit you up? Okay, so how are you not pulling girls if they're trying to pull you? You want to find the right girl? Okay. So Obama has the. Then why'd you? Okay. Then okay, I'm not gonna do this, bro. I'm not gonna do this. We're not doing this. What do you mean you're prime? You're almost turning 35 or something? Yeah, bro. When I was in my prime, dude, I was pulling shotties left and right, but I gave up the game. I gave up the game to start training others. Prime GSP eat double DDP. What does that even mean? Hamza, I mean, GSP is the GOAT. Let's be honest. GSP is the number one fighter of the world ever. I was not dropping tendies off to people in high school, bro. You're hilarious. Dag walk so I can run. There you go. Bro, you look so sleepy. I'm pretty sleepy, bro. Gonna be good for the card? Of course, bro. Of course. I might take a nap today. I just wanted to do something. I didn't know what I was gonna do today. You know, I was thinking about going to the gym, but how old are you for real? 22. Which one would you rather watch? 319 Borgs versus Shama or Borgs versus Islam? After 319, Borgs versus Shama, Borgs versus Islam. Ah, probably. Ooh, probably Hamzat versus. Probably Hamzat versus Islam. That'd be a banger fight. That'd be huge. And we're the same age, bro. You look like my son. I'm 22, bro. I do look like I'm 16, though. Hamza versus Islam would be cool. That would feed families. That would feed generations, bro. How does Hamza beat Islam, though? I don't think. No, no. Hamza would easily submit Islam. Like, easily, bro. Easily. That wouldn't even be close. You're back. Yeah, and don't say anything stupid again, or I'll ban you again. I would rather watch him go against Alex if he wins the belt. But Alex is like, his aura is kind of gone, is it not? Islam still has massive aura, you know? What about Ilya versus Islam? That'd be fire. We need to start campaigning for that matchup, bro. So, you ordered Chimaev shorts? Really? Probably a bad choice, but to each their own. Islam might get taken down, but he is solid jiu-jitsu to survive. Not against Chimaev, bro. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. What are you talking about? Borg shorts go hard? Yeah, they're pretty hard. No diddy. Got Islam and Gaethje's? Ah, dude, what are you doing with everybody's shorts? Dude, I want Trace Cortez shorts. That's what I want. I want ones that were officially worn, though. I heard you could get those ones. I heard you could get those ones at like an auction or something. No, I'd 100% buy those. And they're not that expensive either, I think, too. Trying to smell them? What else would I do with them, bro? Pause. That's a bit predatory. Yeah, clearly you've never been here before, bro. Grasso socks, yeah. Mackenzie Dern socks, yeah, yeah. Could you imagine? The UFC could genuinely, the UFC could genuinely have like the craziest side business ever of just like selling fighters, the stuff the fighters wore, like to the walkout, the socks the fighters wore to the walkout. That'd be hilarious. Grasso signed used shoes, shoes and socks. Dude, you know people would eat that up too. You know everybody would eat that up. They'd literally they could probably sell them for like a band each, like the used socks and used shorts, bro. And they'd probably like still remain profitable. Tracy Cortez throat game would probably go, bro, what? Darren shorts would sell high? Yeah, probably. How much? I'd probably drop like a band on the auction for the Darren shorts. Islam got slimed by JDM. Dude, I think Islam's getting underrated. Isn't that crazy? Islam's getting underrated right now. I would have thought like Islam's past the point where he gets underrated, but dude, he's getting super underrated right now, which I think is crazy. Islam would be 40, 34 soon. Yeah, he's probably gonna retire soon. Islam Loki perfectly rated? No, I think he's super underrated, man. Soup's underrated. Motherfucker. Hola, amigo. What's up, man? Bro, DDP fans are delusional. I don't know. I think they're just confident in their boy, and I would be too. You know, I think they're just backing their boy because this is not an easy fight for either fighter. At the end of the day, right? Dag needs some custom shorts. I don't need my own custom shorts. I want, dude. They need some Darren custom shorts, and every single pair needs to be worn by her. Darren custom bathwater. That's what she needs instead of a. How is Islam underrated? Because the people think JDM's gonna whoop him, bro. Oh, dude, look what Volk did. Look what Volk did to Islam, bro. Look what Volk did to Islam, bro. Like what? Just because Volk had success, they think JDM's gonna wipe the floor with him. Like, what is that mentality? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Thanks, custom shorts will have 10D vapes. Nah, bro, I'm not a gamer. Do you agree or not? Habib, Islam, Chimaev. Yeah, 2v1, Islam and Habib versus Chimaev. Chimaev wins that low key. Bro, I don't know. JDM is cleaner boxing than Dustin, an excellent takedown against Bilal. But it's different takedowns, right? It's very different takedowns. You got to take in consideration lighter man's skill. You got to take into consideration that Islam, whether you like to admit it or not, he was severely compromised with staph infection against Dustin. So, I mean, JDM bigger? Yeah, okay, but lighter man skill. Who cares? It's been proven that's a fact. That term has been that term has been coined, but like at the end of the day, it's a fact. Severely compromised is crazy. Oh, it's so crazy to say someone was severely compromised, bro. What do you mean? It's not crazy at all. If someone's severely compromised, they're severely compromised. I don't make the rules up. Dag's a casual? Not at all. Doesn't tore his. I don't. Did he? Who said that? Just staph infection, bro. Murad had it in one. When did Murad have it? Against who? He did not have it against Dumar. Don't even try to play. Don't even try to say that, bro. Hey guys, I'm back just to troll Dag. You ain't gonna troll me, son. Marab did though against who? Who did Marab? You're just making excuses in advance, dude. Who did Marab have staff against? Who did Marab have staff against? You look like Bobby Green. DDP's gonna lose, hopefully. Umar, yeah, you're hilarious. Where was that ever said? Let me know, where was that ever said? DP gonna TKO cum shot? No. Umar, look at his legs. That was not staff, bro. That was just a leg injury. That wasn't staff though. Dude, look at Sean Strickland versus DDP. Sean Strickland in the rematch was severely compromised with crazy staph infection. Where's your Springbrook jersey you promised to us? Yeah, if DDP were to win, I would buy the South African jersey. If. Big if, bruh. Google it. Marab had staph on his legs. No, he did not. Marab's a cheater anyways. This guy's literally on PEDs, so I don't even want to talk about. You cannot take guys who literally cheat into consideration when you're talking about staph infection. Because it's just like they're just cheaters. Staph does not do anything. You're hilarious, bro. Yo, Michael, bro. Maybe you're just learning like I don't know, like basics in biology. Maybe you're, 15 or 12, or maybe you're just learning the English language for the first time. Maybe you've never experienced anything ever in your entire life. Maybe you're just, not the brightest, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Maybe you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I don't blame you. I'm not going to blame you for the failed education system. All right, this is not your fault, Michael. This is the fault of the government. But at the end of the day, if you say staph does not infect you, your performance, you are genuinely hilarious, bro. Do read a book. My advice to you, read a book. Staph definitely affects. Yeah, you're on antibiotics. What do antibiotics do to you? When you have a cold and you take a pill, when you get prescribed a pill for a cold or a sickness or anything, what do? They weaken your body. When you have a fever, what does a fever do to your body? It weakens it. It gets energy towards fighting dude, staph infection, bro. Staph infection can literally kill you. You know that, right? You can die from staph infection. You can die from having staph infection. If it can go to your lungs. It will eat your skin. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't affect your abilities. What does that even mean? Ben Askren almost died. Yeah. Look up Kevin Randleman's staff. Yeah, I know, exactly. Please reply, react to my comment above. What was your comment above? What do you think? What do you think can someone? What the fuck? What do you think can someone make a comeback after an appendix surgery and come back in amateur MMA scene? I mean, no, you're fucked, bro. Brutal. You'd get mocked, bro. Brutal. No, I don't know. Why are you asking me? You're acting like I'm a doctor. Like, I don't know. Probably ask someone with any level of expertise. Literally any level of expertise, bro. Worried about his wife? Alright, bro. Dag hasn't fought before. Dude, this is always a go-to of someone who has never had a fight before. This is genuinely anybody who's never had a fight definitely is the type of person to be like, this guy's definitely never had a fight before. That's hilarious, bro. Friendship that fought Dustin at staff, true. Bro, looks like he's been in the friend zone. Me, yeah, I'm the type of guy to put shorties in the friend zone. Want to take this outside? Yeah, yeah, bro. Which excuse do you think DDP will come up with after Hamza messes up his jaw? No, I think South African people are fairly humble. Like I think if DDP were to lose, I don't think the South African people are gonna make excuses. I think people who aren't South African are gonna start making excuses. I think no, because I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I think this is a win-win for Drickus and a lose win for Chimaev. This is a win-win for Drickus because if he goes out there and gets and loses immediately, gets submitted, gets dominated, people are going to be like, you know what? That's just Chimaev. That's just how good Chimaev is. And if he wins, people are going to say, well, Chimaev was good, but Drickus is just so much better. That hype is undeserving, this and that, you know? So I think this is a win-win for Drickus. Thank you, Kevin, for coming a
Vale.
member.
Show fit. Eso es muy raro.
Thank you, bro. We won't win or lose. We're proud DP. Hamzat's good. We're just trolling. No, dude. At the end of the day, whenever I don't know, we'll continue. We're gonna continue the South African rivalry. Fight's not over, bro. Fight not over. We still beefing. We still beefing, bro. DDP won't make excuses. Think DDP will be humble. Don't let Chimaev win against Rob, you fool. If Burns drops Hamzat, then he's getting finished by Drickus. But that's like saying if DDP got submitted by or knocked out by some random, then Chimaev's gonna submit him. So the main event will feel anticlimactic, though. I don't know. Even if Hamza Chimaev wins, but it's not dominant, Hamza will still get shit. Yeah. Bro, if DDP loses, it will be, well, it's about time. But if Borgs lose it, it would be massive. Yeah. Dag fell for my staff rage bait. Sure. If Derek Brunson can ragdoll DDP, so does Hamza. Yeah. Why is Mike talking like the chairman of South Africa? I don't know. Love from India. Oh, thanks, bro. I got a lot of friends out there in India, bro. Kerala, y'all know Kerala? What's that state, bro? Kerala, something like that. Kerala. Yeah, I got some boys out in Kerala, bro. They're my boys. Shout out the Indians, bro. Did people gaslight people into thinking you let Chimaev win? Yeah. Yeah. Bro, I said to drop the piano. They didn't drop the piano when I wanted them to drop the piano. Nah, DC, I'm just joking, man. Hey, this guy's a great fighter. But, at the end of the day, this guy's an animal. I knew it was going to be a tough fight coming in, and we didn't get to win, but I'm going to be back. I'll probably get to win against somebody else, and then I'll be back. Bro, DDP striking terrible. You don't want to admit it? I don't know. No, it's pretty good. It's just awkward. All right, bro. You guys got to stop with that. I think it's astonishing that people are so confident in Hamza winning. I think DDP will actually make it look easier than they think. Interesting. I don't think so. Not Kamala. Remember that Indian UFC chick? Pooja Tomar? That one? Saw Chimaev's hater Ronan's video on Calvita and was worried, then remembered he's been training David Taylor for 8 years. Yeah, he's been training David Taylor. He trained Chael Sonnen. He also trains like literally so many other people. Like it's and he was talking about like shoulder injuries and injuries this, injuries that, but he's like it's like these guys had injuries outs before working with Sam Calvita. If DP wins, you will give him the pass. Ronan is a dumbass. Yeah. Gonna cry if DDP wins. Nah, bro. DDP ain't winning. Yeah. Ronan, cool. Ronan, dude. Dude? He made the weirdest video about Bear the dead G Dill glazing Hamzat, and it's like, well, of course they're gonna glaze one of his fighters who, like, what? I'm not gonna give attention, bro. What do I think of Rigo? I don't know. Show boobs. Yeah, all right, bro. We won't reveal his name. But the dude, David Taylor's a wrestling monster, leveled off after working with Calvita. TJ was always chinny and injury prone. Yeah. And Aaron Pico's had like some crazy cardio since working with him. And if he wins, Dag will wear a South African jersey. Goes both ways. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm out of that one. Bear was doing tricks on it, bro. You have to admit, with that emotional music playing. Bro, you think he's editing it? Bro. Strickland would go into a mental breakdown after X on X? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Do you see Strickland is training with Paulo Costa, though? Bear's a fake pussy. Yeah, hype. Opinion on the new Paramount deal, I see a mixed opinion, but overall, I think it would boost the sport's mainstream appeal. Yeah, it's going to boost the sport's mainstream appeal. They're doing it. I mean, they're just catching up to the times at this point. Like, the pay-per-view model was dead for the past 5 years, so it was dead ever since 2019, so it's just them catching up. It's going to be good for their revenue. It's going to be good for everybody involved. But for me, I still have pay-per-views to pay. I don't have the Paramount Plus deal. I don't live in the States. Now he's not editing. Definitely has a say in what tone it should be. I don't know. I think people are just nitpicking. Like, it's an interview. He has semi-emotional music in the background. It is what it is. Like, bro, so what? Like, he wants to glaze his friend. Like, bro, if that was my friend, if that was somebody who I really supported, I would do the exact same thing. I don't know. Dag's a weirdo? Not at all. Strickland won't cry like a bitch if Hamza wins. Oh, he would? Yeah, he would. Yeah, he will cry. Sean Strickland will rant on Twitter. I'm gonna let a fucking terrorist be the fucking champion of the fucking division, bro. You're in Canada? Where you at? Hey, yo. I live with Drake. Oh, he's my neighbor. Bro, Bear is a kiss ad. They want to be a hype house, but they have good facilities. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Bro, when DDP loses, Bilal never gonna shut up. Yeah, but nobody listens to Bilal, so it's not like we're gonna have to hear Bilal talk because nobody cares about Bilal. Is the Bilal hate valid? No, I don't even think people hate Bilal that much. They just make fun of him. Because Bilal's always the guy to start stuff. Bilal literally starts. Bilal's very insecure. It feels like he's always starting beef. Like he feels like he needs to. He's almost turning into like a Colby. You know what I mean? Where he's just starting beef with everybody. Have you seen what Bilal said? No. Watch Strickland beat Hamza? Never happening. Canada Soy change bio? Nope. You're gonna see JDM Makachev live on MSG? It's expensive. You're rich, bro. Toss me some money. Yo, Hamza fans think we should push for Hamza at the White House. Would be more hilarious against Strickland. Nah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's at the top when we defeat Drickus. We'll see who's at the top by that time. The White House card rolls around. This is why I wanted Sean to beat DDP, because the press conference between Hamza and Sean would be generational. True. What do you think about Hernandez and Hooper and Andrade versus Godinez? I think Hernandez and Hooper's a close fight. I think Hooper can definitely gas himself out against Hernandez because Hernandez has great takedown defense. He's probably been training takedown defense. Hernandez is a tough guy to take down. I mean, look to the Moicano fight. Moicano's a very similar game to Chase Hooper. You know, the body lock takedowns, go for submissions. And Moicano had a hard time taking Hernandez down. He ended up getting the TKO, but he had a hard time. So I think Hooper, he needs to be mentally 1,000,000% there, because if he even has like a shred of doubt, he's gonna get TKO'd in like the third round or something. And Andrade versus Godinez, I think it's gonna be a 29-28 decision. Why? I don't know. For Godinez, I don't know why, because I don't like watching women's fights. DDP will send Dag back to the slums of Mumbai. Alright, bro. Hamza was a welterweight, bro. It's not happening. So was Drickus. So was Sean. So was Robert Whitaker. And what? I don't know what you're talking about. Hamza's buddy will lose and set the tone for the night? No. Hamza's buddy's gonna destroy Nolan, bro. This guy's a literal nobody. Chandler's the dark side. Anybody can see it. You want to see Sean pathetically choked up by Hamza during the presser? Yeah. Sean is a clown, but he makes things interesting. Yeah. Sean is racist, and MMA loves those guys. Sean is racist. I don't know. Is he? I don't know if he's racist. I think the word racist has really the definition is very much so broadened. I think like people use racist to describe anybody that like disagrees with them about like anything. They'll be like, yeah, you're just racist, bro. It's like, well, no, I'm not. I don't believe so, but all right. Have you heard about Shafkat's child and wife death? Nope. Round 2 of Usman Hamzat is all I need to see. Put money on DDP. Easy crash out. Okay, what about round 1 of Brad Tavares versus DDP? What about round 1 of Darren Till versus DDP? What about round 1 against Brunson and DDP? What are you talking about? Darren Till's the same size as DDP? Yeah. Never forget DDP first loss was against a guy with much cleaner BJJ than him. Have you heard about Shafkat? No, it's not real. Bro, did Sean Brady and Ian Gary would be crazy? Sean Brady, Ian Gary would probably not take that fight. Yeah, Sean Strickland is a former Neo. Sean Brady is a nasty BJJ though, yeah. What's your predictions for the main card? Chimaev decision, Aaron Pico decision, Carlos Prates TKO round 2. What's the other one on the main card? An MVP decision. Why you say the hard? Nice one, bro. Already fan of Hamzat, buddy Sachikayev. Yeah. I think Brady is the best BJJ in welterweight and arguably top 3 in the UFC. I don't know. It doesn't matter who is the best BJJ, bro. This is fighting, brother. This fighting, brother. This fighting, brother. Lerone Murphy lore is insane. Lerone Murphy, his lore, where he got like shot, right? Didn't he get shot like twice or something? DDP Jiu-Jitsu is overrated. He's going to get finished round 1. It's not going the distance. Maybe. Who's Ian Gary even fighting yet? We don't know. Maybe Hamzat's BJJ is overrated, carried by his wrestling, but he's still a killer, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. BJJ this, BJJ that. Who cares? This fighting, brother. This fighting, brother. This is not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, brother. This is fighting, brother. This you go in cage, they lock door, and we go to smash and kill the guy, bro. Got to go to school. Yeah. Reno Jack agreed. Your impression of Hamza Chimaev and Ronan's impression of Chimaev are actually really good. Thank you. Yeah, brother, I come here. I'm just gonna come here, kill the guy, and then go home. This is not a problem for me. I do this in the gym with the guys who are better than Dreykus. This is no problem, brother. There's no problem. Just come here, take the money, kill the guy. Whoa! Woo! Alright, I'm dipping. Thank you guys for being here. DDP's BJJ is good, mainly strong ability, double KO. I need to rest. I need to be good. I need to be 100% for the card. I'm just gonna get dominated by DDP. Doubt it. Remember when Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times in prison? How are you gonna let your Canadian boy go out like that? Is he Canadian? Is Tory Lanez Canadian? I thought he's from the US. He's Canadian. I thought he was from the US. Don't forget your tissue box for the main event. Will do. You see Lee Murray. Oh, Lee Murray, the guy who robbed the bank? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Alright, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. It's been your boy, Degan May. I'll see you in the fight, man. We'll see you at the fights tonight. Hopefully, you guys get excited. Hopefully, we can enjoy it together. Hopefully, we get the South Africans coming. We have to rest for this card. We have to be 100% for this card. Dag is short for Dagestan? No, it's not. President of Hamza Chimaev bullying Marab into converting to Islam. Brother, if you don't fucking believe Muhammad is the last prophet, brother, I will fucking kill you and take your fucking money, brother. Hey, brother, hey, I tell you, one day, one more day, two more day until you fucking must convert, brother. Hey guys, I come here, I tell him I don't want to convert, guys, but he say I must convert, guys. Alright, stop spamming. Alright, bro. I'm not from Tel Aviv. Alright, peace boys, thank you for being here. It's been your boy Dagamay.